Tkachuk and scores!
Nice Shabbat curled and drives and scores!
And the Senators win it.
Five apart, another chance, Madison scores! Drake Madison, oh, and got it. Green, Green again, scores!
My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Now, before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ and on Instagram at SensTalk. Now, tonight, the Ottawa Senators took on the Calgary Flames. I'm recording this after the first period, but before we get into tonight's game recap, a few things. Firstly, in the link in the description below, you can order your SensTalk shotgun tool today. We've sold out 3 times, so we made a 4th bunch for you guys, so thank you all for the support. If you want to buy a cool piece of SensTalk merchandise, you can do so now by ordering yours in the link in the description below. As well, merchandise will be coming very, very soon. We're going to have more merch coming, t-shirts, etc., so stay tuned. As well, SeatGeek.com, use the promo code SENSTALK, you'll save $20 off your first purchase. As you can see, I'm wearing my internal budget shirt, courtesy of the famous, the great Brandon Mackey. Thank you for the shirt, Brandon. If you haven't already, make sure to check out Internal Budget. Fantastic podcast covering all things Ottawa Senators. Now, as well, on Friday, we uploaded our first SensTalks episode with Noah Luden, Vice President of SensTalk. Make sure to check that out. And this Friday, we will be releasing an Angus Crookshank, Sens prospect, Angus Crookshank interview exclusive. So stay tuned on Friday for that. Now, in tonight's game, the Ottawa Senators started with Filip Gustavsson in net, making his first career National Hockey League start. Congratulations, Goose. And for the Flames, it was Jacob Markstrom. The game number 34 lineup is as follows. The first line was Brady Tkachuk with Chris Turney, Connor Brown. Not the biggest fan, but the rest of the lineup I'm a big fan of. Tim Stützle, Josh Norris, Drake Batherson. It's when, not if, that line's going to score. Third line, Nick Paul, Colin White, Evgeny Dadonov. The fourth line, Ryan Dzingel, Clark Bishop, Austin Watson. Easily one of the best, if not the best, fourth line we've rolled out there this season so far. The defensive pairings is Shabbat and Zaitsev, Riley and Zub, Willandon and Josh Brown, and you're probably wondering, where's Gudbranson? He's scratched. For the first time this season, the Senators scratch Eric Gudbranson. I think that's a great move by DJ Smith. If you're going to hold Willandon and Branson accountable, you need to hold Gudbranson accountable too. So Brown draws into the lineup for the first time since March 12th. Now, the starting goaltender, like I just said, was Filip Gustavsson, and Anton Forsberg, who we just claimed off waivers, backed up. We go to the first period of play where early on it's very clear that the Flames are a much different team than they were last time they were in Ottawa, with new head coach Daryl Sutter being back in the as the Flames head coach. You can tell there's a different scheme in play. The Flames are jamming up that neutral zone. They're really winning those board battles, but you know what? The Sens have been losing the board battles up until now because Austin Watson wins a board battle. He chips it up. Ryan Dzingel sprung loose on a 2-on-1. He snaps it home. Ottawa, they lead 1-0. And this is coming after the Flames early on forced Filip Gustavsson to make some big stops. We go to the end of the first period where Ottawa is still up. They're up 1-0 going into the second period. And in my first period thoughts, well, the Sens need to win their board battles. Besides that Austin Watson win on the boards, which, by the way, of course, ended up being an Ottawa Senators goal, they have lost nearly every single board battle. So if you want to retain the puck and you want to get some offensive chances going, you got to win those board battles. So the reason why the Flames are dominating and cycling around a lot in our offensive zone is because we're losing the board battles. Another reason why the Flames were dominating for a good portion of that first period and cycling it in our zone and forcing Filip Gustavsson to make big stops is because they're clogging up the neutral zone. Just like Guy Boucher in 2017 with Ottawa, the Flames are clogging the neutral zone. The Senators need to find a way to penetrate through that neutral zone and find a way to stop the Flames from winning the board battle. So going into the second period of play, you got to penetrate that neutral zone, which they have done once. Let's do it more than once now. And more importantly, they got to win those board battles because, yes, that Dzingel goal was nice, but if you're not going to win the board battles, you're likely not going to win the game because that's where half the battle is. The other half is on the ice, but the boards are a big aspect that no one really talks about, and I thought I'd bring it to your attention. Besides that, let's get to the second period of play where Ottawa is up by 1. After 40 minutes of play, Ottawa is up by 1. It's 1-0 still for Ottawa. In the second period of play, Ottawa got dominated by the Calgary Flames. Why? Well, the Flames continued to clog the neutral zone. They keep on winning the board battles, and frankly, if it wasn't for Gustafsson, Ottawa will be down by multiple goals. So going into the third period of play, I don't know what you can really do about that neutral zone. You can't really make a crazy adjustment to suddenly start winning and puncturing through that neutral zone in one period. But what you can do is the little things, like winning the board battles and stuff. So start winning the little things. We're up by 1 goal, which is great. Come on, let's put more pressure on Markstrom and the Flames. Now let's get to a few of your questions before we get to the third period of play. First question comes in from Colby Schreier. They ask, what are the Sens going to do with Hoggy once the season's over now that Decord and Gus are looking good and getting starts in the National Hockey League? They have Murray, Decord, Gus, Manalese, and Sogard. Good question. He's gone. I don't know what you can do. Gustavsson has played well, and Decord has played well. Matt Murray has a big contract. Hogberg's the odd man out. And I'm not basing this off one game for Gustavsson. Gustavsson he was a big part of this team in the beginning of this rebuild with that Brassard trade. They're not going to just give him up. And Hogberg, frankly, has not been good this year. So Hogberg's probably not going to return after this year for the Ottawa Senators, and I think that's best for all parties. I do hope he gets an opportunity somewhere else, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to be with Ottawa. Next question comes in from Samuel Josia. They ask, should the Sens resign Dzingel or trade him like everyone initially thought they should? I'm on the board for them to trade him, even though I would love them to sign him to a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal. I view Formenton can easily fill his spot. I view Sokolov next year potentially can fill a spot. Hopefully Logan Brown. If the Sens signed Ryan Dzingel, I'd be happy. Very happy. But frankly, the Sens should trade Ryan Dzingel. He has like 6 goals in his last 10 games with Ottawa. And a team like Ottawa, who's in a rebuild, don't really have any assets to trade at this deadline. Ryan Dzingel is a great asset. You could probably even get a second-round pick for this guy. He's on fire right now, and a team like Toronto, who's looking for some scoring depth, can trade for him and get him into his lineup like that. So a team like Toronto is a team I look out for a potential Ryan Dzingel trade. But yeah, I'd love to see him stay in Ottawa. But frankly, the Sens should trade him and capitalize on getting more assets in the future draft. All right, the final question comes in from Mark Garcia, and this is a really good question, actually. The question is, what do you think should be the number one problem the Sens should fix immediately? Very simple, it's the front office. In the last 2 years, we've been promised a president of hockey operations. We've been promised a second assistant general manager. We've gotten neither. In fact, we've gotten cuts in the front office. So moving forward, we need more pro scouts, because our pro scouts have not been the best lately. Just look at the veterans we brought in. Most of them have not worked out. The amateur scouts, they're great. That's one of the only reasons why Ottawa has a chance to be competitive in the near future. That being said, we need more amateur scouts to cover more ground in Europe. And on top of that, president of hockey operations, second assistant general manager. Overall, just rebuild the front office. It's not as expensive as bringing in top talent. And honestly, if you bring in good talent in the front office, results will come. Look at good organizations such as, I don't want to say this, but look at Toronto. Look at the players they're bringing in. I know they don't have any playoff success, but look at the way they turned that around. And that's because they have one of the largest front offices in the National Hockey League, which includes scouts. So if Ottawa wants to compete and stay competitive for a long time, it starts and ends with a large and great front office. Now, besides that, let's get to the third period of play where Ottawa is up by 1, looking to hold the 1-0 lead. Sens win, Sens win, Sens win. The Senators take down the Calgary Flames and win it 2-1 in regulation. Filip Gustavsson gets his first career National Hockey League victory. Congratulations, Gus, on a fantastic game. And more importantly, your first win in the National Hockey League. Congratulations. Now, in the third period of play, Ottawa was going to the period up by 1 goal. And like every other game where Ottawa was up by 1 goal, they blew it because 5 minutes left in the game. Turney with a turnover, it kind of rhymes. Regardless, Gaudreau sprung loose on a breakaway. He flips it glove side on Filip Gustavsson. The Flames tied at 1 apiece. But 2.5 minutes later, Chris Turney gets the first goal in 30 games. Ottawa takes the lead right back. It's 2-1. The puck goes right to Turney. He gets lucky. Beautiful shot. 2-1 lead, and after that, Gustavsson is there to save the day, make some big stops in the final couple of minutes as the Senators win it 2-1 in regulation. They take down the Calgary Flames again. In a game where, frankly, Calgary should have won, Filip Gustavsson is the sole reason the Sens won this game. Hold on. As I was saying, Filip Gustavsson is the sole reason why Ottawa even won this game, and that's why we're not even going to do a Sens Talk Star of the Night, because the Sens Talk Star of the Night, not voted by anyone, voted by myself. It's Filip Gustavsson. There's no one else. There's no one else I could have won that except Filip Gustavsson. a fantastic game for the rookie netminder, and hopefully he can build off of this incredible victory for him. And you know what? Listen, he continued that great play from that game in his last game against Vancouver, where he had to play some relief minutes. He played tonight in Calgary. He played 55 minutes of shutout hockey in his first National Hockey League career start. So, Gustavsson, hell of a game for you. You are the SENS Stock star of the night in a thriller. Now, the next SENS game is on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This is an odd one. It's really odd that this game's on at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on a Wednesday. No holiday or anything, but we'll see you Wednesday night. But regardless, the Sanders, they win it, baby, and they win it 2-1. Congratulations once again to Filip Gustavsson on his first career National Hockey League victory. Hopefully the first of many, many, many to come. But besides that, thank you all for watching as the Sens win 2-1. Be sure to comment below and let me know what you think in the comment section below. I look forward to reading them and replying to all your comments as usual. But besides that, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video, share this very cool stuff, and click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. But most importantly of all, turn the notification bell on so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Besides that, thank you all for watching. I'll see you Wednesday night for an early Wednesday night game. A little weird, but regardless, I'll see you then. Big Sens win. Congratulations once again to Gus. I'll see you in the next one. Go Sens go.